last time you guys were in the temple of... What was his name? God, I have to remember the name of it.
I mean, they're forgotten gods, lost gods.
The storm god Ulthar?
Yes,
I think his name was?
that's the one.
Oh, yeah.
I notice I've messed up several names already at this point, so whatever. People forgive me.
The only egregious one was when we all started calling the Bulette a Thresher Maw.
Yeah.
Do you remember it? Which, that's the only bad one, and we all did it. And Thresher Maws, I mean, I guess they're subterranean, but they don't look anything like Bulettes.
Hey, are we still, what level are we now?
5.
5? We're still 5? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That fight wasn't cool enough to elicit a level.
Yeah.
Especially because we had just leveled from... I mean, I guess in real life, or not in real life, in like game time, it's probably been less than perceivably 24 hours. I mean, time might not work the same way in the ethereal plane.
It's been like a couple days total that you've been that experience wise at least. It's how it's felt. Anyway, let's get back into the game. So you just opened the treasure room, or the treasure room opened. You walked in and you see a guy sitting in a chair, and it's what Jimothy immediately recognizes as Orgoloth as an Alhoon, which is a type of mind flayer. Orgoloth, you are aware that a mind flayer is they are sort of Cthulhu-esque beings, squid faces. They take over old drow cities, not occupied ones, and they're very well respected. An Alhoon, however, is very different. And Jimothy would know this to some extent. I'll explain what Jimothy knows specifically in a second, but for Orgoloth's sake, an Alhoon is a mind flayer who taught itself magic despite being told not to by the Elderbrain. Elderbrain is like the guy who's in charge of all the other
I can respect that.
mind flayers. Oh. And he's basically, to a degree, half as powerful as a lich. And Jimothy, you know for a fact that mind flayers are like super scary. That's one thing that you were definitely taught about creatures like mind flayers. They are basically the antithesis of everything that you could ever do and be.
Right. Orgoloths just made a new friend.
So, what do you guys do? He sees you guys. He looks at you and he says, "Dear boys, come in, come in."
Orgoloth immediately trusts him way more than he trusted the strange old woman that gave us poison.
Guys, this is bad news. I don't know if we should walk in to this room. This is,
Dear boys, just come, sit, relax.
Orgoloth is enraptured by his smooth voice.
You know what, guys?
So Orgoloth, are you going to start walking forward?
I'm absolutely going to start walking forward to this Kenny G-ass motherfucker. Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, guys, I mean, at this point, we've seen some shit down here. I don't even care anymore, and Paelius is just going to walk in.
Okay.
And Orgoloth is like twirling and skipping. He's so persuasive.
As the three of you walk in, you start to feel more at ease, more calm, and the room starts to spin as you black out.
I would also like to say that Orgoloth was feeling more at ease, and the room was spinning of his own reasoning, even in addition to what this guy... So he was twirling around and happy about the situation, even before being enthralled by the magics of this mind flayer.
We're going to go in order. I will not allow you to speak unless I tell you you can. Unless I'm addressing you specifically.
Okay.
This is a very weird sequence.
You failed the test, Stewart. Oh shit, so did I.
Orgoloth. You wake up, or you don't really wake up. You just kind of snap back into reality, and you are sitting.
There goes gravity.
You are sitting at at the table of what appears to be your family's manor. You are at one end of the dinner table. Your father's at the other, and it's sort of a quiet evening as usual. Your mother is sitting to the side of your father, and there's no one else at the table to speak of. And you hear the familiar voice of your father, or at least what feels familiar. So, Orgoloth, how go your studies? As he just kind of like shuffles food into his mouth and he looks up at you.
Good.
Are your private tutors as requested? You know, we paid quite a fortune to get them for you.
Oh wait, let me do more of like a snotty teen voice. Yeah, I guess. They're fine.
Just fine?
They're good, Dad. They're good.
Well, I was speaking to your instructors, and they've told me quite a different story. As he trembles,
those lying sack of shits need to keep to themselves.
He puts his knife down, and your mother's about to start speaking, and your father slams his fist on the table just as your mother stops in place, not even able to speak, immediately silenced by the action. And he gets up, and he looks over at the wall, where the family blade is sitting on its mantle still, weirdly not on you. It's the first time you've seen it in quite a while, it seems like, because of your recent troubles.
Oh, but is it?
But that's where it's sitting. And he walks over to it, and he says, "You know, my father gave me this blade. It's very important to this family that whoever leads it is worthy of the sword. You know that, right?"
Orgoloth is looking down at his phone.
And he puts a hand on it before saying, You don't even have the respect to pay attention while I'm speaking to you directly."
Sorry?
And he snaps his fingers, and suddenly you feel on your shoulder a large gauntlet. As your father says, "I would like to see if my son is even worth bearing the family blade." And suddenly you are pulled out of your chair and onto the floor, as this large man in golden armor starts choking you to death. Just choking you.
Oh, Daddy.
What are you doing?
Dying, I guess. Choking. I'm choking. Let's see. Probably struggling to pull his hands off, I guess, would be the only really logical.
Is that what you're really trying to do?
So I'm on the ground. I just got choke slammed.
Yes.
All right. Well, are we going to assume that like, can Orgoloth do a triangle leg lock? Is that an option? So that's what I would try and do in that situation, and probably fail. You know.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, you can try it. Do you want to roll for it?
Yeah, sure. Let's roll. This, I guess, would just be a grapple. Should I roll it as if we were doing actual combat and I was trying to grapple someone?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. You are literally being choked to death right now.
All right, and I'm trying to. Well, without modifiers, I rolled a 2.
Okay.
So I think
He chokes you harder. You take 10 damage.
Yeah.
As you get 1 point of exhaustion from the lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
You now have you're gonna get, for the sake of this, you're gonna get disadvantage on all your rolls from now on.
Okay.
As he lifts one arm off of you and begins punching you in the face, you're gonna take another 3 damage from the punch. What would you like to do?
So he's punching me with one arm. Where is the other arm like braced across my throat theoretically?
It's on. It's his grip is around your throat.
Grip. Oh, just the one grip.
The other arm reeling back for another punch.
Well, in that case, let's punch him in the fucking face, but with both fists.
Okay.
Not expecting that, bitch. All right. This one is significantly better. That's gonna be a 22.
Okay. You managed to hit him in both of his temples at the same time, but he's still wearing a helmet, so it doesn't do as much damage.
Does it make a ringing sound?
No.
Damn.
As you are on the ground, sputtering and trying to struggle, you hear the door get kicked in as you see Jimothy and Paelius running in, chased by another pair of men in golden armor, who they turn to face and start fighting. And from what you can see, they're handling themselves pretty well. In fact, the first guy, the one that Paelius is fighting, goes down in like seconds. He's just down immediately. Jimothy doesn't take too much long after that to take down his foe. And they're looking back at you to see if you're all right. As you're still on the ground. You're still fighting this guy.
I got it, guys. We're good.
He's punching you in the face again. You take another 5 damage.
If we win, do we get a Firekeeper soul?
No. Take another 5 damage as you hear just in the back of your mind, weak. And that's it for you. Jimothy.
Yes.
You are standing in what appears to be a slightly elevated stage in the middle of an inn. People all around you in chairs, and behind you is a larger band. In your hands appears to be a lute, and you are in the middle of singing a song that you do not recognize. Happy patron goers walking to and fro are surrounding the stage, and as your song ends, you get this sound of uproarious applause. People walking up to the members of the band, and in the crowd, you can even see some of your friends. So you see Orgoloth and Paelius. And a woman in particular comes up to you and she says, so are you friends with Orgoloth and Paelius, the legendary warriors?
Well, yes, I am.
That's amazing. Could you introduce me to them sometime? And then another man says, no, I want to meet Orgoloth and Paelius, the legendary duo. I hear their adventures are grand and amazing. And you hear another person go, please, they don't want to meet commoners like us. Boy, play us another one of your tunes. As, what do you do?
I mean, I guess I'll play a tune.
Okay, so roll for me. Just performance.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
And they seem less interested than they were earlier as they shrug you off. And one of the people in the back of your band, a trumpeter in particular, starts playing this beautiful solo, just really takes the stage. People are cheering for him, applauding, and he starts walking out of the bar with his solo, and people follow, including Orgoloth and Paelius. And you're left alone in the bar as the lights start to kind of flicker and dim and dim and dim and dim until they completely go out. And you're left in the dark. Suddenly, lightning crashes from the sky, and the ground at your feet seems to crumble as the cliffside that you are standing on starts to topple down into the sea. Your grip, your stance, making it so that you fall with it, unable to grab at the what remains of the cliffside above. And several faces, men, women, looking down at you as they try to reach out to grab you to save you from the fall as you go into the stormy, thundering waves of the rocks below. Their cries drowned out by the sound of the sea and the storm. Suddenly you wake up once more, and you lift yourself to your feet, and in your hand is your hammer, and you notice on it is just a splatter of blood. And when you look behind you, you see the corpses of both Orgoloth and Paelius. Paelius, you awaken to a town ablaze. The sounds of screaming and panic all around. Peric rushes up to you, and he says, Paelius, the Grand Priest is in trouble. We have to help him. He's trapped under a wooden beam.
Well, let's go.
Did you bring the gift?
The gift?
The gift! Did you bring the gift? As a large blade slices through his chest and stops the blade stops about 1 inch from your nose. And Peric looks at you in both shock and disappointment as he falls limp on top of you, his cold, lifeless corpse weighing down on your body before beginning to grow hot, drying and cracking in your arms. Peric burns and crumbles like an ancient statue met with a hammer's blow. Suddenly, your free arms are ablaze as Peric's corpse and ashes fall to the floor. Pulsing with energy, your entire body is now on fire, and a single scream erupts from your mouth as the entire mountain that you knew as home is vaporized in an instant in blinding light. All 3 of you wake up immediately in the same room with the Alhoon. The following changes have occurred. Jimothy,
yes.
You realize you know how to play the lute. You can also randomly summon the lute at any time using summon instrument. You also have +2 points to performance.
Okay.
Paelius, you gain another triangle on your fire mark, and after inspecting it, the symbol growing hot in your chest to remind you to look at it, and you can now cast an ability called Molten One. Orgoloth, from now on you will hear you will hear something called the Voice. It's a scratch at your mind, always telling you that you are inferior, that you are not good enough. You also get a permanent -1 to will saves against mental effects, but you gain an ability called Fury of the Descendant.
Cool. And I take it we're going to find out what these mean later.
I can tell you right now.
Okay, I would love to know.
I'm very interested to know what Molten One does.
Boy, I feel like I got the short end of the stick here.
You get to play the lute. Like, it takes years to learn that shit.
Molten One. As a reaction, your skin erupts in a sea of flames. Anyone within 10 feet of the initial blast must make a dex save or be burned horribly. It continues for 1 minute. Target must... the dex save is against your spell modifier, and if they fail, they take 1d8 flame damage, or half as much on success. Each round, anyone within 5 feet must make another dex save or suffer 1d6 fire damage. Non-worn items can catch fire. Can be performed once per day. Fury of the Descendant. Your own failings overwhelm you as you succumb to your thirst for power. On your turn, you enter Fury as a bonus action. Your appearance becomes more barbaric in nature as your pupils disappear, a blinding fury filling your being. While furious, you gain the following benefits. You have advantage on strength checks, not saving throws. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you get a +2 bonus to the damage roll. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. You are vulnerable to holy magic, and any healing potions or spells will have adverse effects on you. Spell abilities are disabled entirely while under the effects of Fury. Your Fury lasts for 1 minute. During Fury, all creatures are treated as hostile in a 40-foot radius, regardless of affiliation, and always starting with the closest creature. It ends early if you are knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since then. You can also end your Fury on your turn as a bonus action, but it will require a roll.
Cool. How often does that happen?
You can do it once per day.
Once a day. Okay, cool.
So, you said Molten One was a reaction. I forget. You said it was a reaction to getting hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, they actually have to hit me?
Yep.
Okay. Rad. And
the Alhoon is... Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just going to say, I hope you have those numbers saved somewhere for, like, the damage, because I certainly do not.
Yeah, I have it all saved.
And then if I remember correctly, that's almost what you described for mine is very close to raw, like, barbarian class fury stuff. It's
rage is what it's called. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So
it's
along it's like that, but that's where you got the balance, right? It basically is that with some extra lore stuff. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just so I know for like balance and strategy and stuff.
There's a few things that are weaker with this one.
Yeah.
But it is similar.
Okay.
And the Alhoon, or as Paelius knows, the man with the squid face and the robe is standing in front of you. His long tendrils just dripping down his robes. And you're not sure where they stop or end or begin other than just on his face. Did you have a good nap, dear boys?
Not really.
I feel strangely aroused.
That was terrible.
What did you do to us?
I did nothing. You just merely had a bit of a nap. Now, your names are Orgoloth, Jimothy, and Paelius, correct?
Well, that's where you're long. My name is Ernest Humperdinck.
He laughs.
It's great to meet you.
He laughs with a mouth you cannot see. And he says, "Oh, Orgoloth, are you trying to trick me?"
How do you get your bums out the window?
Orgoloth, in your head, you hear a whisper.
He's gonna believe that. He's not gonna believe that. He's never gonna believe that.
Meet my own inner voice towards that. In my mind, I'm gonna think. I'm thinking in Scottish.
Adam, do a Scottish whisper.
So hi.
It's not.
You're never gonna get away with it.
It's not Orgoloth's voice.
What are you doing in my swamp? I'm gonna say, what are you doing in the swamp of my psyche?
By the way, to all three of you, he seems eerily familiar.
That's a weird thing, because I don't remember ever meeting a octopus on a man.
He seems extremely familiar to me because of all of the shit in all of the video games I play that is very clearly based off of this creature.
Yeah. Would you like to know my name, dear boys?
Well, I guess it would help with conversation, so sure.
Are you entirely sure? I have two names. I have my real name, and I have a name that's probably more suitable for your mortal ears.
Do the one that's not going to make our ears bleed.
You can call me Eric. I like that name. It's fun. It's very simple and juvenile.
Okay, what's the other one?
Are you asking?
Just like, I'll put in some weird sound.
Can you roll all for me a wisdom save?
Do I get negative on this because it's like a psychological thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled a 17 plus 3, so 20.
I rolled a 14, and I think I already get -1 on those, so that's a 12. Like, even besides the thing?
Yeah.
So, yeah 12.
I rolled an
Paelius?
11.
Okay. Everyone but Jimothy fails. You take 3 psychic damage. Jimothy, you only take 1 psychic damage. Jimothy, you hear this name. But you are unable to recreate the sound. And when you go to speak it, if you try to, it will almost feel like you're choking or something. Like it's like this like weird emptiness. Like you can't make the sound. It's almost like a limb that's gone. Now that you know my name, dear travelers, if you would like to leave this place, and I know you do, there are very few ways to do so. Now, lucky for you, I happen to know the way out. I have a very special way for you three if you'd like, but I have a price. Now, you can take a few things in this room. I'm not going to leave you empty-handed. I know how you boys like your treasure.
We do.
Mr. Talking Sword on his back. And he looks at Jimothy directly.
Jimothy just like looks away mischievously, like taps his foot on the ground.
Now, and he gets up, and he has a hand on his elbow, the other hand on his face. Now, all I ask for is one little fact. Each. Jimothy, the one thing you know about mind flayers is that any information you tell them will make them stronger.
Oh.
Well, because knowing is half the battle.
And knowledge is power.
So obviously it is in your best interest to tell them absolutely nothing. But mind flayers are very all-knowing, so I guess if you want to roll a nature for me, or if you want, you can also roll history. Both of those will work for this.
By all-knowing, you mean like hard to fool?
Roll knowledge history or knowledge nature.
Okay, I rolled a 14.
Okay, you won't know it.
I rolled a 3.
You definitely don't know it.
I might have known it, just forgot.
Or rather, I'll say it like this. You know what I told you, Stewart, and you know that telling him things is a really bad idea. It's probably not going to work in terms of like not telling him something, but like telling him things is just as bad. Paelius,
yeah.
What did you get?
11.
Yeah, you don't really know much. You're not even really familiar with mind flayers as a concept.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's pretty much it.
All right, so what do you want to know?
Oh, that's for you to decide. Oh, and Orgoloth, as an extra bonus to kind of sweeten the deal for you. I noticed that before you left the mortal realm, you had one of those little incidents with an exotic plant or two. Perhaps a mysterious flower you may have consumed.
Oh, the one that gave me magic powers and birthed my demon son.
He laughs.
I miss
Yes. Yes, your magic powers, the ones that are slowly killing you and are definitely not in control. Listen here, buddy.
We were very quickly killed. Like we're dead.
I have a little solution to your problem. Now, I can help you keep those things under control.
Oh.
But you'll have to be what's the word for it? What do you mortals call it nowadays? Servant? No, that's not the word for it. It's I know what it is. Patron. That's the word you guys like. It's very cute that you use that word, patron. I'll bless you, as you like to say, so it sounds more positive.
Achoo.
You'll be more in control of your sorcery, and I'll have a new friend. Sound good?
So basically, for reading between the lines, eternal damnation or something similar, I'm getting the magical equivalent of like herpes medicine.
No, he is giving you more control over the sorcerer magic, like either getting rid of it or he's like fixing or something.
Okay.
Which will give you power. But in exchange, you are now bonded to him, as he is your patron. So, like how a sorcerer has a patron, like a demon or something.
Yeah, like
you're basically
warlocks do. Yeah.
You are signing a contract with him. But like most sorcerer contracts, the nature of that is vague.
Yes. Well, Chris knows that obviously this is set up to in some way bite him in the back, which could be some very interesting content down the line. Orgoloth hasn't learned a thing and happily accepts.
All right, and he snaps his fingers, but you feel no different. He says, "Don't worry, you'll know how it happened when you wake up."
Okay.
It's been a while since you've been out of your body, so obviously it's going to take a little time to readjust, and definitely not going to happen here. Now, where's my information? As he sits back down, both hands pressed together, and he's looking at you, leaning in.
Guys, I don't think that telling him information is necessarily a good idea.
I mean, we'll stop being dead, and that would be pretty swell.
I mean, I guess, but making a mind flayer more powerful isn't exactly a great trade-off.
Well, this mind flayer is like eternal slave now, so I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, goddamn.
That happened.
I guess that's a thing.
Oh, come now! I'm not going to hurt you with my new powers. I have an invested interest in your little quest and your fun little gang of defenders, as I've heard about.
Why?
What is your investment in our quest?
Oh, I just like fun.
Okay.
So maybe the Great Ones are sympathetic in nature and answer when called.
Boy, you're really going whole hog into the slave thing, huh? The Great Ones.
Well, I that was literally a Bloodborne item description quote, like to the T.
Oh, was it really?
But
all right. Oh shit. Honestly, I don't even know what to tell him. Like,
yeah, like what do you want to know?
Anything. Any fact. About you. About the world.
So I'm
about
gonna
magic.
Like turn to the
Tell
other
me a spell.
two.
Tell me a secret. Tell me your deepest desire. As he gets up in his chair and he's looming over you now. Tell me everything that ever loved, ever will love, and ever will be in your feeble mind. Tell me about your mortal existence. Tell me about the time that you feared that you would die. That sensation, that close, that tinginess to death. Tell me everything.
Boy, you're
As
so
he zooms
weird.
back. As he pulls back down, he sits down.
What I'm getting from this is a fancier way of saying, "Do you like anyone?" In which
that could be fun.
that could be. Orgoloth has no time for romance.
Well, that's not really much information at all.
I mean, it's something. I just decided it now.
Orgoloth, tell me about your father. Did you love him? Did he love you? Not just the surface stuff. I know all that bullshit. Tell me the real shit.
No and no. Also, so
Come on, give me more. Give me real information.
okay.
Dear travelers, you've traveled so far, dear travelers. Why don't you know anything about the world? Do you know anything about yourselves? You've not learned anything along the way?
Well, if I have learned something in our journey, It's that I'm very slow to learn from my mistakes.
Do you see that as a weakness or a strength?
I'm not sure yet. Obviously, Chris sees it as a weakness, but Orgoloth doesn't. No.
Well, fine. If that's the only thing that'll get us out of here. Let's see. I'll show you a spell.
Okay.
I cast Magic Circle.
I was hoping you'd cast Thunder
What's
Wave.
Magic Circle?
Magic Circle is a spell that allows me to create a 20-foot radius circle around ourselves that protects us from... hang on. I have it right here in just a second. It allows us... it's a magic circle warding off against fae, fiends, and undead and elementals. Or I choose one of them.
Okay.
And I put it around us.
Okay. And he claps his hands together. He's like, ooh, very good, Jimothy. I like that. That was fun. Is that a holy spell or is that an arcane ability?
I don't know. I just know that I can do it.
Well, I guess asking for more information's a little bit too greedy of me, but I'll take what I got. And the two of you?
Oh, did me not talking about my greatest weakness count?
Oh, no, I asked, but you never told me anything that I couldn't tell from the surface level.
I thought you were all-knowing. Alright, well, don't tell anyone, but I'm secretly 2 dwarves in a trench coat.
I swear.
Orgoloth, are we back to this little... Orgoloth, are we back to this little game where you try to tell me a fib? It's not gonna work.
Well, you see, my entire life is a lie, so... I don't know.
Boy, that's some edgy middle school shit right there.
Go on.
Orgoloth has a true cult tramp stamp. Let's see.
What makes your life a lie, Orgoloth?
Just that, I kind of tend to have a desire to kill everything that gives me power because I hate feeling indebted to it. NBD.
Interesting. I'll take it. It's not necessarily new information, but I like it. I'll take it. Paelius, now about you. Tell me something I don't know.
Show him a special knot.
This one's called 2 half hitches.
The monkey's fist. The monkey's playground. The monkey's uncle. The monkey!
I did used to know how to tie a monkey's fist, and it's stupid, and I don't know why you would ever need that knot for anything other than hitting another person, but...
There you go.
Need a blackjack, but only have
Do
a
you
rope?
actually know how to tie that knot?
I used to.
Does your character know how to tie that knot?
I mean, if you're
I
just
maybe
giving me
Paelius
the
would.
ability to say yes to that, I'll say yes, but I can't think of a reason why he would.
Then no. He's not a sailor.
No, I mean, like, me, the person, used to know how to tie that knot. I was a Boy Scout.
Right, but
Yeah. But that,
Chris
that's
knows how
not
to
me
play the
giving
piano.
information.
Orgoloth does not know how to play the piano.
Technically,
No.
I'm an Eagle Scout, so I should know. Actually, the monkey's fist is a completely
No, it's a
useless knot.
useless
You
knot.
didn't actually have to learn. You probably just did for
No,
shits.
yeah, I just did it for shits. There was like, I saw it on a boat when we were staying at some Air Force base, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting knot. I wonder if I can tie that. But anyway, no, that wasn't me giving information.
You
I
mean
guess-
Paelius wasn't a Boy Scout?
I guess. All right, fine. You want
I
to
like
know?
to imagine the little uniform.
You want to know weaknesses. You want to know the people we are. Fine. Everyone that I have cared about has died. A couple of them in front of me.
How does that make you feel?
Me personally, I am not scared to die anymore. I mean, I've done it now.
Oh?
But I am.
Are you scared for your friends to die?
I am scared to death of them dying. No pun intended. So,
Would you give your life for your friends?
in a heartbeat?
All right, I'll accept it. That was kind of fun. So, now that we've played our game, you can go on your way. But, and he lifts up a finger with like a twirl. But, I know you still have a little field trip ahead of you. I'll give you a few tips and a little bit of a donation to our fun little quest. Also, if you have any additional questions, such as like information about me or more about anything really, I'd be happy to give it to you, but you'll have to give me more information.
I mean, I'm still a little curious what exactly you are.
What are you offering in return, Paelius?
I don't care that much.
Hang on, Paelius.
Yeah.
That's a mind flayer. He's a servant of the.
He disappears and reappears behind you, hands on both your shoulders. Oh, come now, boys. We've already established that we're friends.
Oh, he can't come in here. The magic circle's still up.
Dispel magic.
Oh, he's probably
Whatever.
real good at that.
He's probably
he had
way
to-
better
he
at
had to-
magic than you.
Hey, he
Yep.
had to at least make a.
No,
I
he's
think it's a
probably so
charisma-
good it's an
I
assumed.
think it's a
thing.
charisma check to teleport into a magic circle.
This is
but
the only
whatever.
thing
Fine.
that's more charismatic than me.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mind flayers are scary.
Yeah.
Because they're broken as shit.
But they're so
But yeah.
charming.
Ba-dum-ts.
Yeah. His magic is charisma based though, so
Oh, well.
yeah, it's he's not failing it. Especially with the roll I got.
Then I'll just drop the circle, whatever.
Yeah. I assumed you did it already, but yeah, that was I mean, I appreciate you keeping on your toes about it. But yeah,
Oh yeah, Jimothy's been super on edge this entire encounter because he knows exactly how fucking terrifying this thing is.
Yeah. So you feel the arms wrapped around your shoulders, like, boys, we're friends. Come now, little information doesn't hurt. It can't kill, can it?
I guess our information
I
can't
don't know.
kill you.
Can
but-
it?
I was gonna say, you said that in such a... Like, I expect the Arrested Development narrator to come on. Oh, but it could.
Now, how's about, and he pokes each of you on the top of the head, how's about each of you take 1,000 gold for free as a little donation, and I'm going to give you, I guess, a little tip as to where you should go next. I feel like that's pretty much all I'm going to give you. For free, at least. Now, you're going to walk through that portal that I make for you. You're going to go back to Alaron. Two of your new friends should be there. And after that, maybe make your way to the coast of Torin. Might want to make that fanged friend meet you there, too. Might make some new friends along the way, or maybe there when you get there. Who knows? I'll never tell. Unless you want to buy.
I'm not going to give you any more information than I absolutely have to.
I could
Fine.
find out because I don't understand the danger of this incredibly dangerous being becoming more dangerous. But
Paelius
I
still
feel
doesn't
like-
know anything beyond you're called a mind flayer, so I still I want to know. I'm not scared of you at all, and I want to know.
Can you show me?
What I want to know why you're so interested and how you know so much. I mean, obviously you said you like fun, but that's a vague nonsense answer.
Like I said, you want to know? I want to know too. And he looks you dead in the eyes.
Then tell me what you
Willing
want
to give
know.
up? To get?
Yeah.
Paelius,
wanna
just
know?
drop it.
No, this-
talk
this
about
is
yourself
important.
is such a hard question.
It really
Like
is, though.
just
There's clearly something you want to know. Maybe not one thing in particular, but I'm sure there's information like specifically that you want. So what do you want to know?
It's like, are you looking
We'll
for
barter.
something casual, long term? You know, we got to be upfront about this.
Oh, I always like to give people the option to say whatever they want because that makes it more fun. Watching people squirm is always the delightful part. Especially when they try to give me something I already know. Like your mother's name. Or your father's name. But what I do love to know. What makes you afraid? That's always fun. Because it might not be obvious.
I feel like I already gave you that answer.
You did. But the other two didn't. Anyway. And he snaps his fingers and a swirling purple portal appears in front of you, right in front of where his seat was. And he drops into your hands 3 little bags of gold, 1,000 each in them.
Some big bags of gold.
Yeah. It's worth 1,000, I'll say that, so it's not really as big as 1,000. As he chews towards the door.
Well, that was a worthwhile exchange.
Jimothy's just fucking... He's like, all right, we're getting out of here. Come on. He grabs both of them and just like hurries them through the portal.
Just
like a little kid trying to pull his parents. Daddy, I want the candy. It's this way.
Except I'm stronger than Paelius and as strong as you, so it's more like...
Yeah. So you all go through the portal?
Yeah.
Unless they try to like...
Orgoloth does not protest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
You walk through the portal, all 3 of you. And the portal closes behind you. And you wake up in the temple.
Perception check. I want to see if we're alive.
That would be an investigation. You
okay.
You sit up to see. This is something you would just see. Obviously, the mystic woman in front of you is gone, and the tea set in front of you that was in front of you earlier is also entirely gone. So you are sitting in the empty room that was the chamber that you were in earlier.
Can Orgoloth roll an investigation on himself?
Yeah.
Like, how's his body feeling? Is he proficient in his armor again?
So roll for investigation for me.
That is, I think I get no modifiers to that, so 16.
Okay. So you get up and start to kind of adjust to feel yourself again. You feel very comfortable in your armor again.
Okay.
It feels like your muscles have finally had enough rest after enough time to rest after a long week of working out. You notice it's still night out and you're not dirty at all. Looking up in the sky, you see a full moon, and all 3 of you notice that you have leveled up 3 times.
Whoa! All right.
Oh,
specifically, Chris, you have leveled up 3 times in sorcerer. The other 2 obviously do what you do.
Or 1 time in sorcerer and then 2 times in fighter, or
3 times in sorcerer.
Okay, 3 times in sorcerer. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Can we like take a second to level up? I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, this would have been valuable information.
Yeah, but then it ruins the surprise.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So what's my? How's our health looking? Also, just like, are we healed? Are we?
Yeah, you're fully rested.
Fully rested. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I gotta roll like dice. Okay, D8s. Where you at?
So
What
let's
happens
see.
at level 8?
3.
3. I can't do
Oh
it.
boy, I get my new monastic thing. Oh, you're gonna love it.
Is it broken as shit?
No, but it's fun and fits into the motif you're giving me.
Yay. Is it flame based?
Yeah.
Yay.
Which
Also, Jimothy, I didn't shaft you with in terms of abilities. You have a legendary hammer.
Yeah, we just caught up to you.
I know.
That's
Okay,
all.
I know that. It was just like at that time of like.
Yeah, that's true. Also, you can play the lute now. That's way more valuable.
Yeah, that's so much cooler. Jimothy's gonna get so laid.
okay, so I get my monastic tradition. I get some other fun abilities that you'll see later.
I got kind of shitty on my rolls, but 67 is a fine amount of total.
Chris, you hear Orgoloth hears in his head, weak. If you want to just make like a thing out of that, you can just throw it in whenever.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do with that effect.
I am gonna wreck dexterity saving throws now.
All right,
What fucking
Chris, if you want like what I'm thinking of, I would look at Hellblade.
Oh, is that the one that came out recently about like?
Yes, it's fantastic.
I've heard only good things about it. I haven't played it
Yep.
myself yet. But,
Look at that. And if you want to add your own, also feel free.
Yeah, I'll back and forth it.
Yeah, cool.
Your spell attack bonus is your modifier plus your proficiency bonus, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Spell attack bonus is dope now.
Ooh, I have 4th level spells now.
Nice.
Fuck.
Huzzah.
I have to choose one of those now.
So for now, I'm just gonna worry about the spells that I'm gonna know. I'm not
No,
gonna
do
worry
all of
too
it.
much About. Oh, well, I mean, just learning about
Do all of it. We have time.
All right.
My movement speed is now faster than a horse, by the way.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I run faster than a horse.
Fuck those horses.
Oh man, okay, fuck. Score armored. Gotta roll those die. Cool.
Oh shit, I have no idea what I want to do for these 2 level 4 spells. Oh, banishment? Guardian of Faith, yes.
Boy, I can just drop a shitload of key into this.
Okay, so I also get Control Water and Ice Storm. Cool.
Nice.
All right. So my spells are gonna be Disguise Self, of course. Shield, because we talked about that. Blur. And Enlarge/Reduce. And that's all the spells I can know for now.
So
Oh, and the meta magic I'm going with Twinned and Subtle.
we're level 8, right?
Oh god, Control Water has so many things.
Oh, and of course the Origin Wild Magic. Yeah, okay, so I'm all set. For stuff.
Okay.
Oh, actually, shit. Did we get... When was the... I'm pretty sure I don't get a,
Oh, we get
Did
it
we get an ability score improvement at level 2?
at 8. No, we get it. You get it at 4 and 8.
Okay, yeah. So, but because I'm not... Even though my total level is 8, I'm 5 and 3. I did not get 1 and 2, so...
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I remember I figured out the, with the build, I wanted to do, like, 12 and 8, I think, for, like, 12 fighter, 8 sorcerers, a final thing. I miss out on, like, 1 ability score improvement, and I think this is the one. But...
Yeah, I ended up just putting 2 into intelligence, so I'm not negative in intelligence anymore.
I upped my wisdom.
I
It's
up no
now
stats,
my strongest.
but nice. That makes sense
is it-
lore-wise, because Paelius is probably the wisest.
Plus, it'll also make me better at punching things with air.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it affects my
So-
spell save.
So once per turn, I can add 1d8 thunder damage to 1 melee attack.
Alright.
And at 14th level, I make it 2d8, which means that I could also... Oh,
do I want to...
Wait, lightning damage and thunder damage are different, right?
Yeah.
Yes, those are thunder is like sound.
It's
Yeah.
think of like concussive force.
Yeah, no, I know the difference. It's just, damn it. So you get Thunderbolt Strike at 6th level, which when you deal lightning damage to a larger, smaller creature, you can push it up to 10 feet away from you. And then it's like Divine Strike, you do 1d8 thunder damage to the target. So it's very... They worded them very carefully so that you couldn't stack them. Which I think is the only reason that they even made thunder and lightning damage.
Yeah, I very carefully made it so I could stack things. Like, doing blur makes it so I can riposte all the time, which is like my strongest thing. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee.
I lied. I'm putting it into dexterity, thinking about it. I think I'm still the wisest, but we're gonna put this in dexterity.
Wait, what's your wisdom?
Right now, 16.
Oh yeah, so is mine.
Okay, well,
Nice.
I will be the wisest.
Because clerics are wisdom based.
Yeah, Orgoloth's the dumb one. He's strength and charisma.
Because I realized the ability I picked for my monastic tradition, this'll work better with it, putting it in dexterity. So.
Smart.
Plus now, if anything's resistant to physical attacks, my attacks count as magical.
Oh.
So that's fun.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Key empowered strikes. Only my unarmed ones, though, which, I mean, soon will be stronger than my staff anyway.
Okay, so I think I'm pretty sure I'm good. Like, I'm pretty sure I've upgraded my... I've leveled up Jimothy as much as he can.
Yeah, I'm set.
Oh, my
Nice.
my Destroy Undead can now kill CR1.
Oh.
What's that?
Challenge rating
CR
one.
is like the... Yeah, it's basically like the difficulty rating for a monster.
I see.
So
CR1 is pretty big.
before it was one
Yeah.
half. Oh, it is?
That means any like small mobs you're basically wiping out.
Right, you're just outright destroying them.
Yeah, they're just that's like combined score, which is still pretty high. Like you fight things around CR 7, 8, and you're going to be having a tough time. Like 1 is basically any mob I've given.
One
you.
is a
Like,
standard size, just mob, a trash mob.
Okay.
pretty much.
Cool.
I guess it's a good way to look at it. But at your level now, 1 is not. It would be like mobblings to a larger boss.
It's something that I probably shouldn't be wasting something that I have only 2 of per day.
Well, I mean, if there's a lot of them around us, if you just cast Turn Undead, you just vaporize a mob of undead things.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
So,
Um.
holy shit, how many cantrips do I know?
Yeah. Are you guys ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm good.
I forgot.
Awesome. So that's it. That's really it. Wake up in this room. Everything I said. That's it.
All right. So I hope you two are ready to be big a lot,
What?
because
Do
I
you
can
have- do you
enlarge both of you.
Oh my god, no, you can't do that to our little Jim Jam.
Just I'm gonna do it to myself and Paelius instead, so that way we'll just be even bigger than.
It reminds me of the joke on Family Guy. It's like, you're a dwarf among midgets. He's like, can you reach that? I can.
But yeah.
All
Anything
right,
in
cool.
particular?
Oh, okay. I guess just Orgoloth is gonna use the cantrip Minor Illusion
Okay.
to make.
Oh, Orgoloth, your sword is back now.
Okay, cool. Oh, yes. I guess I would notice that. And then he's gonna.
Also, all weapons that you had in the ethereal realm are still with you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Good. I still have that bitchin' hammer.
And ring.
And ring. Right.
That's pretty sick. Orgoloth's gonna do what's it, Minor Illusion or whatever the hell it is, and to to put an image of the Modron and then just have it float in front of him, and then he's going to put up a hand, and he's going to like mentally, subtly command the Modron to put its hand up like a Tarzan Jane thing, because he misses his demons.
Wait, what did you do?
I create an image of the Modron and then have a touching moment with it.
Oh,
And we're all just like, oh.
As a single tear.
Everyone misses the little demon child.
Yep.
but yeah, if you don't remember, you were in this like larger room. There was a little platform. That's where you guys were sitting on. There's a sand pit behind you. There's the slope up to the right that leads back to the room that you fought the Bulette in earlier. And there's the room to the left, which was a passageway that Paelius used earlier to get to this room pretty early on.
When I didn't take the bait.
But yeah, other than that, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we should probably get out of here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave. Oh wait, no. I want to go back to that room that I found Colonel Mustard in and grab his scabbard.
Okay. So you're gonna go back up,
fall in a hole again.
Just gonna fall in a hole.
I'm gonna be careful about it, obviously.
Yeah. So you walk back through that path. I guess Paelius, are you willing to show them?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. So Paelius shows you the way back to that room. You climb down the stone ladder. That door is open. And nothing is in there except for the scabbard.
Wait, Jimothy, before you go, let me tie my tat rope around him and then hold it and wait in the other room.
Okay.
So he is fastened by a rope that I am holding on to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna fucking run and grab it as fast as possible.
Okay. You run and grab it, and nothing happens.
Okay.
It's a really actually pleasant sheath. It's like it's nice supple leather with just like a very polished iron on it. It's not like too fancy or anything, but it's very classy, I would say.
Okay.
And it does fit, and it fits the sword very nicely.
Does anything happen when I put him back in the sheath?
You feel some of the warmth back, but it's faint.
Okay. Cool.
As you strap it back to your back,
Yep.
you make your way out of the room.
Basically, put
the front door that you entered in
his Pokeball.
Yeah, the front door you entered through is still closed, sadly.
Well, I mean, the room where we fought the Bulette, I put a big hole in that, so like we could probably just go with that.
It was the whole big thing. I wrote like an actual symphonic piece because it was that big of a moment. I feel like it's
that's a good plan.
So let's do that.
Yeah, okay. So you all make your way back up the ladder, go back to the room, back down and up the slopes into the other room where you see that familiar, and it feels like it's been a while since you last saw it, because I mean it has been a while. At least for us in real life, and definitely for the viewers. Since we last saw this this giant hole in the temple. Part of the ceiling did collapse, blocking off the room that were leading further into the temple from the other way. But yeah, you can still get to this hole. You'd have to walk down the slope to reach the ground level where the sand and the wall have now kind of matched.
all right. Well, does anyone remember how to get back to town? I was kind of blinded the entire time, so.
Yeah, I think I can navigate us back to town. Probably.
Okay.
So yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you make your way down the stairs, and you hear a rumbling at your feet as out from the surface pops the Bulette again. Roll initiative.
Oh, God damn it.
Swear.
All right, motherfucker.
I killed you once. 23.
Just 15 for me.
11.
I mean, that's a fine roll.
Okay. So 15 for Paelius.
No, 15 for Chris. Paelius got a 23, I think. 15 for Will.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paelius rolled really well.
Plus I
And Jimothy?
rock dexterity.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
11.
Sorry about that. I had to make a
You're
thing
good,
for it.
man.
You're good.
We're gonna have to cut a whole bunch. At least like half of the editing you'll have to do, Stewart, is just cutting out the whole chunk where we're leveling up 3 times.
Yeah, I'll keep the like important parts.
I mean, we're still fine on time. Like we have a lot of stuff to cut. We have a lot to cut.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right for that. And there'll be like huge chunks. It won't be like terribly monotonous editing.
I mean, it's fine. This as long as this episode doesn't go over like an hour and 30 minutes. Like anything below the hour 30-minute mark is honestly pretty easy to edit for the most part. Yeah. It's just like when our sessions go to like 2 to 3 hours is when it gets pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Right. This session will definitely not hit 2 hours, and it will definitely not go over an hour and a half in terms of like actual listenable content. We're fine on that.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm worried it's going to be a little too short, but we'll see.
It's fine if it's short.
Yeah,
There's
it's
good
fine.
shit in it.
So let's do Paelius. You are going first. The giant beast standing in front of you. Its gaping maw letting out a ferocious roar.
Actually, is this the same Bulette that we fought?
Oh yes, super the same one, and it's super pissed.
That's fair. I understand.
Oh, I thought we killed this thing. Oh well.
No, I just sent him flying.
He's about to have a pretty rude awakening, though.
Yeah, he's about to not have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
So, Paelius kind of steps forward, cracks his neck, cracks his fingers on, or his knuckles and stuff. Steps forward and just punches the air as hard as he can, using Fist of the Unbroken Air.
Okay, how many key points are you using?
I am using... I can only put 3 extra in it, but that's still an extra 3d10.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay, what do I roll for that? It's a deck save?
Strength save against 14.
Okay. He actually makes it.
Okay, well, he's still going to take half damage, so it's still going to hurt.
He plants his feet in the ground as like the wind just like rushes past, sand blowing everywhere. He's taking how much damage?
Let's find out. 17, 10.
I just like imagine Paelius rolling his shoulder, walking up, and just boom.
Half of 33.
33 damage? Damn.
No, well, half of it.
Oh, okay. Half, which would be 16?
Yeah.
No, wait,
15. No,
yeah,
16.
15.
16.
Yeah, it'd be 16 if you're rounding down.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. One more D10.
Yeah, it is.
I lied. One more D10. Okay, so half of 40 then, so 20 damage.
Oh, okay, that's easier to minus from. Yeah, he took a huge chunk of damage from that, definitely. As he lets out another roar, Orgoloth, it is, I believe, is that the end of your turn, Paelius?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Okay. Orgoloth, it is your turn.
Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to make use of my new sorcerer shit. So I have enlarge/reduce, and it's a focus. So and I can meta magic to make it affect 2 things instead of 1, which I'm absolutely going to do.
Okay.
I'm assuming that Bulettes probably have pretty good constitution. I'm not asking you to answer that because we haven't investigated or whatever. I'm just going to assume that seems like something they'd have. So rather than try and so I'm going to enlarge myself, and rather than try and reduce the Bulette because that I feel like that wouldn't work. He would make the save. I'd rather enlarge both myself and Paelius.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then I'd like to action surge that so I can then take my normal turn.
Okay.
So when it's enlarge, doubles in all dimensions, weight is multiplied by 8, goes up a size category, so we go from medium to large.
Oh shit. Okay. So you're pretty much as tall as this thing.
Yeah, it's our weapons grow
Jimothy
to
now
match.
feels smaller than he has ever felt before.
Our weapons increase in size equally and do an extra 1d4 when we use them.
Ooh, I can't wait to
Anything
punch
else?
in.
Let's see. Because it is actually hang on. Which other meta magic? That I'm determining whether there's anything else right now, actually. Because I need to make sure which meta magic I took. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, yeah, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and attack him twice. Or just, attack. I'm not going to try and grapple him, because whatever, I'm going to make use of this damage. So I'll just do a normal attack roll.
Okay.
To which I rolled a... Whoops. 19 plus 5.
You also regain all expended sorcery points.
Oh, cool. Oh, did you just roll a wild magic?
Wild magic.
Nice. Yep. Well, I rolled a 24 on the first attack, so that's cool.
Okay.
And then for damage... Sorry, for damage...
Mm-hmm.
So 13 plus... Oh, nice. Oh, shit, that was the wrong die. Damn it. I almost did a ridiculous amount of damage, but I accidentally rolled a d8 instead of a d4. But I still got max on that. So 17 damage on the first attack.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I got pretty good rolls, because 2d6, I rolled 2 5s, plus 3, plus 4 from the d4, so... and then this one is a 23 to hit.
Okay, that also hits. Roll for damage. As you make a first slash across its front side, cutting part of its lip, and just blood spills out.
And then just 12 damage for this one.
Okay, still does a decent amount of damage. Another cut joining underneath where the first one was. Is that all for your turn?
Yeah, that's everything.
Jimothy, it's up to you now. What are you doing?
Okay, Jimothy is pumped. He's got... You can see electricity crackling around him.
I was worried you were gonna say boner.
Yeah, no, he is
diamonds.
Hard. He's fucking diamonds right now. So Jimothy is going to cast Ice Storm. Wait, actually,
okay.
Hang on a second. Are you guys next to the Bullet right now?
Well,
absolutely.
I think so. Well, hang on. Actually, I would like to use... sorry, end of my turn, end of my movement, to back away. It's attack of opportunity. So no, not worth it.
It's way too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way too late.
Yeah.
No, I'm about...
I'm
about 20 feet away from this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I'll accept it.
I'm gonna cast Ice Storm in not on top of it, but so that the Bullet is still within the radius, and Orgoloth isn't. So it has to make a Dex save and beat a 14.
It does not make it.
Okay, so it's about to take 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage.
Oof.
Okay.
All right, so 4, 5, so 9 bludgeoning damage, and uh, 12 cold damage.
So 9 and 12, so 21 total?
Yeah, 21 total.
Okay, so there we go.
It's also it's also difficult terrain until the end of my next turn.
Okay. And now, is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Oh wait,
okay.
no. I wanted to use the bonus action on the hammer.
Okay.
Which is rolling a d6, right?
Yes. Give me a second to pull up the table. But yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 6 again.
Okay, that's
the storm orb.
Yep. Let me get the actual name of it. God, use that quick. Storm Sphere is the name of the spell.
That was close.
Yeah. You'll remember eventually.
So yeah, that I'm going to put in like the same place that I did.
It's also a concentration, so you're gonna have to end your first one.
Well, no. That's it's not a. I don't think. I'm pretty sure Ice Storm isn't a concentration. You just.
If it's a continuously acting one, then it should be.
Well, no, it only works for until the end of my next turn because the spell makes that area a.
Called Ice Storm?
Yeah, it's called Ice Storm. But the duration is instantaneous.
Oh, it is instantaneous. Yep. Okay. Yeah, then that's fine. 20-foot radius sphere of swirling air springs into existence, centered on a point you choose within range. Sphere remains for the spell's duration. Each creature in the sphere that it appears at the ends of its turn there must see a strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. The sphere's space is difficult terrain. Until the spell ends, you can use bonus action on each of your turns to cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the center of the sphere towards the target you choose within 60 feet. Make a ranged spell attack. You have advantage on the attack roll if the target is in the sphere. On a hit, the target takes 46 lightning damage.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that ends my turn, now that I've created the storm sphere.
Okay, where did you make it?
I made it on top of I made it so that it was, that the Bulet's inside of it, but Orgoloth isn't.
I'm going to say this. You have 2 spells right on top of each other. You're going to have to move one or the other. So probably you're not going to be able to move. You're not going to be able to put it right on top of it. You're going to have to put it next to it or close by.
Sure. Yeah, I'll put it
like a Venn diagram.
Yeah, sure. I'll put it next to it.
Okay. That will put it on top of Orgoloth, though.
This isn't one dimensional, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't I just put it above?
Can
Couldn't I just put it above it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. It's like the floating boots. Anyway. It's now the Bulet's turn, and it's going to bite at Orgoloth.
All right.
It hits with.
What was the roll?
I'm sorry.
What was the roll?
18 plus 7. It hits.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And you are taking 30 damage, piercing.
All right. I need to also roll a con save for concentration, I think.
Yes.
Which is. What's the roll on that? What do I have to make for that?
Let me check really quick.
Oh yeah, for the storm thing.
No. For to maintain my concentration, because us being big is concentration.
10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher, so 15.
15. All right, and I have a +1 to con.
So we're not big.
Oh, I rolled a 15 plus 1, so we're still big.
Yeah.
Just like as he bites in and almost crushes your armor around you, your torso. Definitely in pain from the amount of damage you just took.
Yep.
That is the end of its turn. It is back to Paelius.
Oh boy. Well,
As you watch Orgoloth make 2 swings, Jimothy casts an orb, and then the thing bites into your buddy.
So you're one size bigger, you weigh a fuck ton more, you have advantage on strength checks and saving throws, and all your weapon attacks do 1d4 extra
I think
damage.
I think the advantage is only against creatures that you are larger than.
Nope, it's just period. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, period, while you're enlarged.
Huh, didn't know that.
Just in general.
that's okay because I'm not doing either of those things. Seeing as how I can't get close to this thing anymore with these AoE spells on it, I'll bust out this bad boy a little earlier than I was expecting. I'm gonna run forward 10 feet, and as soon as I'm there, I'm going to punch forward, starting my unarmed attack. And as I do, I'm going to use Key to use Fangs of the Fire Snake as flames erupt from my hands towards it. What this does is when I use the attack action on my turn, I can spend 1 key point to cause tendrils of flame to stretch out from my fists and feet. My reach with unarmed strikes increases by 10 feet for that action as well as the rest of the turn. Hit with an attack deals fire damage instead of bludgeoning. And I can spend more key to make it do extra damage if I want, but I can choose to do that after it hits.
Can you run like 10 feet to the right or something so I'm not in the direct path?
Give me a second, I'll be right back.
Why would you be in my direct path?
I mean, I don't know how we're lined up. We didn't really discuss that, but I'm in melee range. Just want to make sure that I'm already taking stuff from Jimothy.
I would assume that we're like not in a single
Never
file
assume.
line. This thing is big enough that I would assume that there is a slight distance. Like it's not like
we're the same size as it now, though.
Yeah,
that's true. You guys are all.
We're
you guys are
the
both
same.
big.
We're as big as this Bulette.
They're
like
tendrils
this
of
nibble
flame.
snarf just became a Rhinoplus to you.
They're tendrils.
Are you moving to Orgoloth's left? Are you going to be approaching to Orgoloth's left or right? This is important.
I'll be approaching like from his left, but I'm still like 10 feet away from this thing.
Okay, you are in this. You are walking into the storm sphere. Just letting you know.
Oh wait,
so then it's to the right.
Yes.
Okay, well that's
did
what
did Jimothy specify which side of the?
I mean, you can walk around it, I'm sure, but I was just letting you know.
Okay, well, then he walks to the side that doesn't have the storms in it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
obviously
by the
that's
way,
his decision.
super making this clear, you cannot hear each other the storm sphere is super loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
but he can also see this sphere.
Yeah,
and
you
he
can
chooses
see it,
to not
obviously.
walk into it.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk to whichever side doesn't have it. Then whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And
I just want to see if you do it.
I start my unarmed attacks.
Okay.
So the first one hits for 25, not damage. That's the
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Roll for damage.
So 1d6. 10 damage plus the extra d4, right?
You tell me.
Chris? Chris? Hello?
Yeah, I said you tell me.
No, I'm asking Chris, like the enlarged spell, it did 1d4 extra?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't. 1d4 extra damage to weapon attacks. Which I imagine that would count for
my
monk
fist.
unarmed stuff.
Fists do count.
So
Yeah, because he's a monk. Specifically, his fist count.
Like,
as
I don't
weapons.
think it would for me, but for him, it
Like
probably-
how a boxer's fist count as weapons.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
so I'm sure, yeah.
yeah, that does 13, 13 damage.
Okay, cool.
My
Good
second
chunk of damage, and it's just an uproar of fire. Just like, describe it to me. Describe me how it looks. I'm curious what you think how that looks.
the way I see it in my mind is I'm like I run forward, seeing him get bit down on. I'd like run forward, come to like a skidding stop, and just like throw his fist forward as like flames kind of burst out towards this
Nice.
thing and smash into it.
Like roaring snakes, just like.
Yeah, exactly. And then
It's like
Spinning in a
twirling
little
in the air and
helix
stuff.
or some shit.
second
Yeah.
attack is gonna do like a little spinny kick thing to make more flames shoot out of that.
Okay.
23. Is that
How much?
23?
How much hit?
Oh, the hit was 23. I assume was enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that is 5 and so that one does 6 damage.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna spend a key to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
So 18. Does that hit?
17.
18.
That does not hit if it's a 17.
No, but it's an 18.
Oh, an 18 that hits.
Okay.
All right, so we know the Bulet's AC is 17.
7. That does 10 damage.
Okay, it's dead.
Oh, okay.
As flames envelop it and it just falls down dead.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Paelius got real scary strong after this level up.
Yeah. Yeah. As it falls over, you notice that the wounds that it received in your previous fight have scarred over at this point.
Oh.
Scarred.
Other than that, you don't notice anything different about it. There's nothing really left in this temple room, to be honest. But you do look out towards the now completely unobscured wall. No Bulet in sight. I'm guessing, Jimothy, you turn off your spells. As
Orgoloth
You look
doesn't
out
turn
into-
off us being big yet, though. He's enjoying
yes,
it.
that's fine. You look out into the dark sea of sand and remember Al-Said's words, what seemed like ages ago, about the presence of the Yuan-Ti at night. So you can either try to wait until morning, or you can try to figure out a way to get across the sand safely, or you can just try to risk it.
I'm pretty game to wait until morning, guys. 1, I don't feel like dealing with snake people. 2, I do much better in the sunlight anyway.
I was going to say, Orgoloth really wants to try out his newfangled powers of manipulation, what with disguised self and stuff, but can't help but think maybe Paelius is onto something.
Also, didn't you just take a shitload of damage from this fight?
Yeah.
I got hit once. Oh, it was 30
But it was for,
damage,
like, a lot.
so yeah. I accidentally, because I was...
It's a creature that's mostly jaw,
Yeah.
so
it
makes sense.
I remember, when I was writing the
Like-
music for the first Bulet fight, I looked up what they look like. It's a
60%
mouth.
jaw.
It's a mouth with armor.
There's a
and
reason
some
they're
tiny
known
stumpy
for, like,
legs.
eating halflings. Like,
Yeah,
also,
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm down to just
it's
kind of
hardcore. I love it.
Maybe we can just rest a bit. Fine with that. Wait it out till the daytime.
You know what's really funny? Super, I'm going to admit something. I didn't realize that Bulets actually do like halfling flesh.
oh, wait,
you
you just
just-
made that up?
Thought it made sense.
I made it up.
Oh, yeah, no,
I mean, it
that's-
makes sense.
Yeah. But they don't like dwarf flesh Or elf flesh.
Well, yeah,
just
dwarf,
halflings.
Well, dwarf flesh is probably real tough, and then elf flesh is stringy.
Oh, that's a good
So
point.
2 dwarves in a trench coat that's actually an elf, he would really hate.
He's just repulsed by your existence.
Especially a garbage elf, a trash elf.
I'm assuming drow flesh probably just tastes like shit.
It's probably the gross. You probably like immediately, or what's it?
Are you guys figuring this out in case one of you all get trapped in a mine shaft and you have to figure out who you have to eat to survive?
Yeah, so definitely like eating Orgoloth would just kill all of
Jimothy.
us. Yeah, like
Jimothy is definitely going to be the.
after we kill him, I'm going to cast enlarge so that his body can sustain us for longer.
Does that work?
Probably not.
I don't see why it wouldn't work.
Or do the double thing to enlarge his corpse and shrink us, so that we set us to little, us to mermaid man, and him to wumbo, and we just,
It'll at least keep you full for a while.
Yeah.
Until rescue arrives, if any. Okay, so what is the plan here, just to make sure?
I think we're just chilling till morning.
Yeah, we can just chill till morning.
Okay, as you guys manage to make camp, and I'm assuming you're going to try to cut into this bulette for food.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably...
Paelius can light the fire,
Yeah,
Jimothy can play some campfire songs.
You managed to make a sort of makeshift campfire, and are able to just kind of have like some downtime since you last... I guess since you just woke up. If you guys want to talk around the campfire, that's totally fine. If not, I can just skip to morning.
So, I don't know if anyone noticed this. I want to go with the talking around the campfire, by the way.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to discuss.
I don't know if anyone noticed this. That thing is scarred over. So, I think we might have been out a lot longer than we think.
Yeah.
Huh, I guess I hadn't thought about that way.
Like,
so how's it going?
All things considered, I'm not in excruciating pain. I'm not dying of lycanthropy. I have cool wizard powers. I have a new overlord. I'm now on a quest to find
overlord.
I'm now on a quest to find my son. There's, everything's going all right. That's like slowly becoming Orgoloth's new motive.
Is finding his demon son.
Yeah, because he lived for vengeance, but now he's found something to die for. No, he would die for vengeance, but now he's found something to live for. There we go.
Perfect. Well, I guess aside from meeting one of the things that my order told us was one of the worst things ever to meet. I think we're doing okay.
He seemed nice. He seemed nice.
It wasn't wise of me to tell that thing like a weakness, was it?
No, not at all. That's why I just showed him a spell that he could already destroy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who told him any valuable information in retrospect.
Yeah, you dingus.
To be fair, it might be the only reason that we got to come back, so...
I think he was going to let us come back no matter what the quality of information was. I mean, he said it himself. He just kind of finds amusement in our quest, which I am personally not a huge fan of a mind flayer taking interest in me.
I mean,
but
I think anyone observing us from an outsider's perspective would take interest in our adventures, right?
We're super interesting.
We're so. Did you see me?
At least enough to tune in once a week.
At least for the pee parts.
Yeah.
Maybe he just has a pee fetish.
Man, our
wait, what? Did I miss
like
something? So when I went to get the rest of my tea during like half of the mind flayer stuff, was there some weird pee stuff?
Oh yeah, you missed the part where you were in a temple dungeon the episode before, and you peed all over everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened last episode.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You peed.
Oh, I do remember the pee stuff. Yeah, with the rolls and because we were in like a hollow deck, but it was windy.
Canonically, Orgoloth also forgot about the pee stuff until this very moment.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I peed on you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess we all learned a lot about ourselves.
No, we just learned a lot about you.
No, we already knew all about that. If you haven't noticed, we're pretty comfortable with our bodies.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just every time we've taken a bath, there's been so many bubbles.
I'm not sure what the implication is there. Is your pee made of bubbles? I don't...
Not just bubble baths. They're nice.
They are nice, though. You guys want to take a bubble bath when we get back to town?
Oh, do I?
I'm good.
No, Jimothy, you missed out on like the last 2 baths. You gotta.
I just prefer to bathe alone, to be perfectly honest. It's something that the Order of Talos ingrained into all of us is bathe alone.
That's
or else you'll
that's
go to hell.
You would not bathe with people.
I was super out there. I was talking to Stewart about like this earlier. Like, Talos as a god is kind of crazy. Like, we both kind of feel like Talos as a god is kind of crazy. And I was showing him this like Orgoloth comic where it's like the god is like with his army, and like he immediately snaps and like kills them with like hellfire. Because, like, he has, like, weird tenets, like, don't make wind with a fork and, like, don't mix fabrics and shit like that. And I feel like that describes Talos pretty well.
Yeah.
Just, like, this crazy, vengeful god.
So, I have a question for you, Orgoloth, actually.
Yes.
Why did you accept him, the Mind Flayer, as your patron? I feel like that's treading on a thin line of... I guess I don't know. For better or worse, humanity.
He just seemed like a fun guy. I don't know. Just seemed like just the kind of guy I'd want to go just get some beers with after work. You know, just kind of chill. Probably could tell some good jokes. You know,
Right.
The same good joke.
The same
every
good joke,
time,
but make me forget it. So it's like the first time each time.
Jesus, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
because it's endlessly funny. Like I get to be a child again.
I don't know. After meeting Ulthar, it was Ulthar, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I don't know. After meeting Ulthar, and hearing about all the other thunder gods, I don't know if Talos is necessarily the right deity for me.
Well, you could just pray to me instead.
I don't
And
think
then Orgoloth
that's...
flexes.
Simon, what is the name of my god? Well, the one who gave me fire powers. I thought I had it saved here.
Livelesh?
Livelesh.
Okay. I thought I had it saved here, and I guess it vanished.
It went up in flames.
But
As long so, can we also make sure that that is not the joke that the Mind Flayer tells me endlessly? No. Oh. Well, which would be pretty hard. Or what if, no, that is the joke he tells me endlessly, but it only worked the first time because there was context. So he just brings it up in flames when there's no other context, and I still laugh at it because it's funny for some reason because he's just so charismatic.
I like that.
But yeah. So yeah, there's my my wavering of faith there, but I guess I'll just go to bed. And Jimothy
Plus
just
one inspiration.
conks
Plus
out.
one inspiration for Jimothy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. There you go.
I actually have an inspiration now.
Hooray. It only took 14 episodes.
Right.
Or whatever, how many episodes it's been. Anyway.
Before
13.
beginning his meditation, Orgoloth would like to roast a phantasmal marshmallow that's not actually there, and then also mage hand, and have that mage hand hold another fake phantasmal marshmallow to roast it.
ooh. I want to do Orgoloth a solid here, and make the fire like shape it into the shape of his demon son, so that it's like
And make it
helping him
make it
roast.
dance. Make it dance.
Can you do that?
Yeah, elemental attunement. Cause earth, fire, water, or mist that can fit within a 1-foot cube to shape itself into a crude form you designate for 1 minute.
All right. So you set itself to do this like sort of shape, and I'm guessing you follow his instruction to make it dance.
Yeah, he just dances around the
And
marshmallow.
then Orgoloth is clapping.
as
Yay!
it leaps out of the fire pit and starts dancing around the room, and you see the bits of sand where it steps on turn into glass almost immediately on contact.
Boy, that got real hot
and
real
it sort of-
quick.
It gets sort of like it gives the room sort of a more sparkly effect to the shimmering of the light from the fire is now kind of illuminating everything a little bit more. But yeah.
Well,
This Modron is the light of my life.
that's something I didn't know I could do.
Anyway,
Well,
Is there
Orgoloth
anything
is
else?
gonna meditate sleep now. I think he's good.
okay.
I guess I'll take first shift.
All right. So you guys decide to take a bit of rest, and after what is 8 hours, you guys wake back up, and it's still a little early out, but it is early enough that it probably is safe to go out into the desert back to town.
So, and we can safely say that was Jimothy got 8 hours, and Paelius and Orgoloth each got 4 hours.
Absolutely not. Yeah, no, of course.
Right.
Okay, cool. Because, I mean, that makes sense. 8 hours,
Yeah.
Jimothy full sleep, Paelius and Orgoloth each take a shift because they need half as much time.
But yeah, and you guys stand up, and I'm guessing head out.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, let's go.
Orgoloth, you are returning, I'm guessing, to your shawl
Yes.
to keep you safe from the sun.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you do not have your camel, but thankfully you woke up early enough that you make it back to town around the middle of the afternoon. With no problems to see. It seems like you both avoided both the Armadillo Gang and the Auntie.
The Armadillo
and
Gang was the one that Paelius socially engineered before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Who would not have been happy to see a magical sword on Jimothy's back right now. You arrive back in town. The market's still bustling. You can choose to go to Al Said's place to talk to him about what happened, maybe give him some updates, or you can just get on your cart and head out.
I feel like we should go visit this dude.
We should probably go talk to Al-Said, yeah.
I would like to learn how long it's been since we've left. So yeah,
Yeah,
let's go
I
to
feel like we're going to go there and it's going to be like,
His grown-up kids.
Al-Said, you look different. And it's actually his kid or something that's grown up because it's been like 40 years.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
God.
No, I want to. Well, let's go to Al Said's place, and then I'm just going to open the door again.
Okay, so you're just going to go and you just open the door without knocking?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you open the door and several kids run out again.
Yep.
He's screaming, and you're outside, and he's like, "No, why? Always with the kids!" As he runs, as he's about to run after me, he looks at you. He looks pale as a ghost, which is very impressive considering how tan he is. As he's like, "You're alive! Jeez, it's been what, 2 months since you left? How are you not dead?"
We were for a little bit.
Yeah. It's
What?
Pretty good story. I don't know. I'd leave it a good review on iTunes.
Oh, okay. And anywhere you pod?
Yeah. Google Play,
Okay.
YouTube. Yeah.
All right. Whatever.
One day,
Go back inside.
Spotify.
Get inside. I have to go get my kids. As he runs out into the marketplace again, and you just hear him like yelling in his native tongue, as you hear the laughter of children, and the crashing of many ceramics. After about a half hour of waiting, pretty much, you hear the door open again. Several children underarm as Al Said walks back in, drops him down, closes the door behind him, and bolts the lock that he seems to have installed.
Good man.
Unfortunately, it does not like cover the whole way. It just stops the door from being moving forward. So if you push it inwards, it'll open, but if you pull it outwards, it won't.
I see.
Not the best engineer in the world.
He tried.
Yeah. Yeah, he sits you down. He offers you a seat at his table. He pours you some water, and he says, "So what happened?" You can tell him everything in like montage format, or you can like tell him specific things if you want.
Let's just montage format
Let's
this.
montage format this, or I tell him, well, you can go to iTunes and watch the last 3 episodes.
And in character, he pulls out his iPhone. And he's like, "Oh, look, I can subscribe," and it's like very interesting. No, but he. So you tell him everything that's happened, and he's listening. And it takes like I guess hours to tell your story. And what felt like days to you has been 2 full months since you guys left. That's why it was still a full moon when you got there. And based on Orgoloth's reaction to the full moon, it seems that you finally cured the thing that you went to go get rid of. So, hooray!
That whole the fight against the spirit wolf was like 30 minutes. It better have cured us.
But now you have spider curse. I'm kidding. And after you finish your story, he says, "Okay, I will send a messenger raven to Ambrosia for you, if you would like. And I'm not sure where you're headed next."
Did you say messenger raven?
Yes.
Bitchin'. Sorry, where I come from, they use pigeons, and it's just not as cool.
Why? Pigeons are very rare.
Oh, I guess they're not rare where I come from.
Not in our neck of the woods.
All right,
Implying
yeah,
we
you
come
live in-
from the same neck of the woods.
Sorry. Continue.
Wait, you're from the woods? I thought you were from the plain.
Oh no,
Anyway,
I
whatever.
am from the woods though.
I know nothing about halfling culture. Anyway.
Me neither.
Oh, that's so sad.
Down crying.
But yeah, he offers to send a messenger raven for you if you'd like.
Yes.
Why not?
All right. And he says you can spend the night if you'd like, or you can just head on your way.
I feel like we should get a move on. I feel like we've been dilly-dallying for kind of a while now, I guess.
Ambrosia probably thinks we're way dead, so... Or at least Orgoloth.
Yeah. Well, and we already
I'm sure he
so-
would have had his answer by now, considering it's been 2 months and there has been, what I imagine, no werewolf sightings since then.
Yeah, but Orgoloth would have died. He wouldn't have become a werewolf. Remember?
No, I know that, but like, remember, he's holding what we know is a presumed werewolf in his home. So.
Oh wait, so did we just cure lycanthropy as a disease by killing that wolf?
You do not know how far it goes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's true.
How
'cause,
deep
like,
does this
we
go?
probably killed
did
like
we
the
just
source of
polio-
lycanthropy.
Did we just polio lycanthropy?
Oh man. But even that has to be administered. I don't know.
I don't think
feel
it's an acceptable phrase that you can use. I know it's been a while, but
None of
I
us
think that
even
this
lost
is like
use of our
a
lives.
security update to
that's like you just got AIDS. It's like, whoa.
No,
harsh.
this is like we rolled out a new update for Avast internet security that's just like, because this could be potentially far-reaching.
Yeah.
And you can enter whatever topical security problem that has happened on the internet recently. We're not going to date this episode by doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's for you, the viewer. Fun game you can play at home. One of many. But yeah, other than that, I guess you get on your cart. As it starts to move automatically again once you're all inside. And as far as you know, you're headed towards the capital of Alaron.